We're here at the CommBank Premier Bank Update. My name is Harry Ottley. I'm an economist in the Aussie economics team here at CBA. We're lucky to be joined by Tim Lawless from CoreLogic today. We will be presenting on the Aussie economy from my point of view and what the outlook is for interest rates, as well as what's going on with the Aussie housing market. So Tim, very briefly, what's the broader themes going on for the Aussie housing market at the moment?
Well, I'll be doing a deep dive on housing. So clearly the market's starting to slow down a little bit. A few cracks emerging on the back of affordability, serviceability challenges. Obviously interest rates going up aren't a good thing for housing. But also I'll be looking at, say, demand and supply. We are seeing demand in Sydney is actually held pretty strong. It's above average in the face of affordability challenges, but listing numbers are just starting to rise a little bit now. We know that construction activity is still going to be pretty hard through 2026. So I think we'll probably end this year with an ongoing supply-demand imbalance, but nowhere near as far apart as what we've been seeing over the past couple of years.
You mentioned interest rates there. I think that's where I can talk about that in more detail. Obviously, the environment is very fluid at the moment with things going on around the world, but we think that the RBA will have to increase interest rates this year again. Inflation in Australia is a little bit too high. We've got an economy that's actually performing quite well, and that's what I'll go into in the presentation today, really talking about, the improvement in the economy, hitting up against these capacity constraints, and unfortunately that does mean higher interest rates, and of course that has a big impact on housing markets. I'm interested to know, Tim, how do you prepare for a presentation like this? I'm sure you do plenty of these throughout Australia. How do you tailor them to where you are, and how long does it take for you to prepare?
Well, I think I'm lucky enough to be drinking from the fountain of property data, so in that sense I'm generally pretty well prepared, but tonight's all about Sydney, so I'm focusing a lot on this particular market, doing a bit of a deep dive, so I pulled a few maps together that helped really illustrate the trends that we're seeing, but overall it's really, the main objective today is just to make sure people leave the room informed and well educated on the trends.
For me, for a presentation like this, very similar really, especially if it's for clients based in a specific location. We have sort of a master pack where we'll go through our broader economic views, but then really try and delve into what's impacting the particular state or city that we're in. So it doesn't take too long generally because we usually have a fair bit already prepared, but usually try and tailor it a bit for where we are. We've got around 300 people at the event today. Tim, I'd be curious to know, I'm sure you've done thousands of presentations over the years. When was the last time you were really nervous for one?
Yeah, I still get nervous, to be honest, and I think if I wasn't getting nervous, maybe I'm getting overconfident. So I think the name of the game here is preparation, and just make sure you know your stuff really well.
Yeah, I think it's always common. It's not an easy thing to get up and speak in front of people, but I agree, especially when you've done it so much and you know the content inside out. I know that really helps me because if you've talked about it before, you can kind of repeat that information, helps a lot, but definitely the preparation I think is key.